Many years ago, in a small village in India, there lived an old woman named Mira. Mira spent her whole life working on a small farm with her husband. They worked side by side for many years. With their own hands, they turned dry land into a beautiful and rich farm. They had green fields, mango trees, and a few farm animals. Their life was simple, but their home was always full of love, peace, and happiness. One day, Mira's husband became very sick and passed away. After his death, life became much harder for Mira. She was not as strong as before. Her knees often hurt, and it became difficult for her to work. One day, her daughter Lena and her husband Raj came to live with her. At first, everything was good, but little by little they changed. Lena became more impatient. She started thinking that her old mother was a burden. Raj was a lazy man. He did not like hard work and spent most of his time resting. One night, while Mira was sleeping, Lena and Raj talked quietly. Raj said, "This farm is worth a lot of money. If Mira is gone, our life will be much easier." Lena said nothing, but a bad idea entered her heart. The next morning, Mira woke up because of a loud noise. She walked outside and saw her bags near the door. Lena said in a cold voice, "Mother, you cannot live here anymore. We need this house." Mira looked at her daughter with sadness and said, "Your father and I built this home with our own hands." But Lena turned away and said nothing. Mira picked up her small bag and quietly left the home where she had spent her whole life. She walked for a long time and arrived at another village. There, a kind farming family welcomed her. They gave her food and a place to sleep. The next morning, Mira decided to start a new life. She used her last money to buy a small piece of land, but the land was dry and empty. The villagers said, "Nothing will ever grow here." Mira smiled and replied, "If you care for the land with love, it will live again." Every morning, she woke up very early. She planted seeds. She watered the plants. She took care of the land. She worked hard and never lost hope. Near her lived a young man named Arun. He was kind and respectful. Whenever Mira needed help, Arun was always there. He treated her like his own mother. Years passed. Mira's small piece of land became a large and beautiful farm. Tall trees grew there, and every year the harvest was rich. Everyone in the village respected Mira for her hard work, patience, and kind heart. At the same time, Lena and Raj's life became worse. They quickly spent all their money. Their house started falling apart. There was no more peace or happiness in their family. One day, Raj traveled far away to look for work. After a long journey, he saw a large and beautiful farm. He knocked on the door. The door opened. An old woman was standing there. Raj looked at her in surprise and said, "Mira." He could not believe his eyes. The woman he once thought was poor and weak was now the owner of one of the best farms in the area. Raj lowered his head and said, "I was wrong. May I work on your farm?" Mira calmly replied, "Everyone deserves a second chance if they truly want to change." Raj started working on the farm. He learned that Mira's success did not come from money. It came from hard work, patience, and a kind heart. Sometime later, Lena also came to see her mother. When she saw the beautiful farm and Mira's happy life, she felt ashamed. With tears in her eyes, she said, "Mother, I did not appreciate you." Mira looked at her kindly and said, "People sometimes make mistakes. The important thing is to change your heart." After that day, Lena tried to earn her mother's trust again. Many years later, Mira decided to write her will. Everyone thought the farm would belong to her family, but the will said, "This farm will belong to Arun. He helped me when almost no one else did." Story summary. Sometimes the people who should value us the most forget our kindness, but we should never lose hope. With patience, hard work, and a kind heart, we can build a new life. A person's true value is not in money. It is in kindness, respect, and good actions. Never let the bad treatment of others decide your true worth.